Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, transnational organized crimes in the SADC region may be a thing of the past. Heads of crime-fighting bodies are meeting to strengthen partnerships and enhance coordination. According to statistics, the most common offense in Southern Africa is financial crime. This includes bank fraud, money laundering and scheming. Let's discuss this further now. We're discussing it with SIU spokesperson Kaizer Kganyago. Mr. Kganyago, thank you very much for your time here on all angles. Always great to have you with us. Just first of all, in terms of the SADC region, how does South Africa fare, compared to its counterparts in the SADC region when it comes to corruption?
Thank you very much, Masego, and thank you to your viewers. We are faring very well because we have got systems in place as the South African government to make sure that we fight all these illicit crimes, including corruption. And most of the people in the meeting that we are holding now are clearly indicating that they are here to learn a lot from us as the SIU in South Africa, but we also have a lot to learn from them. We cannot say we are the West, but corruption doesn't know any borders. Corruption happens in every organization, in every country. Therefore, importance of having a meeting like this is really evident because we are able to then share notes, but also to have cooperations between the SADC countries that are here. The 15 of them, the 16th one is not here. But we are here to say to each other, if people steal money in this country and take it to your country, how do we then make sure that those things are not done? Because these are the things that we find happening a lot in this country. Like you are saying, financial crimes are the ones that are taking a better part of the crimes that we see into the SADC countries.
And I did see that top of the agenda for this two-day meeting with the SADC is how to recover ill-gotten wealth stashed in member countries. So in terms of the fact that maybe as South Africans we are despondent, and because we hear a lot about our country more than our SADC partners, we think that, we pursue our country as the playground for corruption, especially with state capture, etc., and all the private companies and government employees that are supposed to be facing jail time according to South Africans. But this partnership, how does it then assist you in cracking the whip, especially in South Africa?
It assists us a lot because we work together as the member states to make sure that we develop strategic anti-corruption action plans. The one that we are going to do now, we are approving now, is going to be 2023 to 2027. Therefore, in those partnerships, we look at issues of recovery of assets, we look at cooperation in other areas that are there. Therefore, in that case, we are able to then know that if you steal money and then you want to go and buy houses in another country, then they will have to ask you, how did this money move? Because if we have got this cooperation, we are able to send our people the other side and make sure that we follow whoever has taken ill-gotten gains. Therefore, it will help us a lot, especially with a country like ours, who is bordered by so many of the SADC countries. We have got Botswana, we have got Lesotho, we have got Zimbabwe, we've got Mozambique, and all of them, those people come to this country. Therefore, it is important that we have this cooperation and discuss all these mechanisms that they do and be facing in one direction as all the member states that are here in South Africa. And you must remember that the Advocate Mutibi was the chairperson, and he is now handing over this meeting to the head of the anti-corruption body in Namibia, who is now the chair, that is Dr. Noah.
And Mr. Kganyago, most of the time when we talk about units such as yours and their importance, the question always is whether they're well-resourced to be able to fight the crimes that they need to fight, right? And in the SADC region, we know that, in the African continent in general, we are considered a third world countries and, countries that don't have that much money or financial muscle. So how does it look in terms of that? I mean, does the SIU firstly have the proper resources to be able to fight these crimes in other borders, but also those countries, are they also very well financially supported?
This is a challenge that is being put over. The issue of resourcing is always a problem in all the African countries, including the SADC country. And therefore, it is something that we'll work on all the time. We have already said in the SIU that we really have a lot of people who are owing us, who do not want to pay us. The difficulty is that in most cases, Maseko, we go out there, investigate a government department or a state entity, and then we find that the people who are in charge of the finances are the ones that are found to be guilty, and they are the ones who are supposed to be paying us for whatever we are charging the institution. Therefore, it becomes very difficult. Therefore, we've got to come up with a plan as with our governments to make sure that we do not worry about funding. We must just worry about fighting corruption.